look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. If you play better, button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to another hot episode. We have a 2-for-1. We posted earlier today, and now we got this one as promised because this topic could not wait. Chapters down below, links, well, I should say, yeah, obviously links, but sub button. We're still on the race to 62K. Without further ado, let's get these buttons. Let's go. All right, now into these set of buttons. Them Infiltration wants to be set free. Buttons that need to be checked, and the FGC is responding. This one is interesting because we all know Infiltration was considered one of the best players, if not the best players for quite some time, right, in the FGC. A lot of people, you see comments here and there. I see them on these videos sometimes, on Twitter and whatnot, even in the stream, where they'll be like, set Infiltration free, or we want him to play again because we think he's still one of the best. And some people even take the stance saying, we don't really know who the best in the world is until he's allowed to come back, because he might still be the best in the world. But of course, there's a bunch of red tape and history behind all that. Let's unpack it right here, starting with Infiltration. So Infiltration posted this just last night, right here, starting saying, hello, this is Infiltration. Thank you for the support at EVO Japan 2024. Many people told me that they wanted to see me back in tournament. It meant a lot to me, and I'm so grateful. So today I need to tell you about something. Since May 2022, I have been banned from participating in fighting game tournaments. I hope you will be interested in what I'm about to tell you. 2 years ago, I received an email from EVO and Combo Breaker on May 20th, 2022. You all know EVO and Combo Breaker are two of the largest US fighting game tournaments. The gist of the email I received was as follows. We cannot allow you to participate in this year's EVO tournament because you do not meet the code of conduct. They also said this decision was supported by CEO and ECT and the ICFC. It was greatly shocked. In my 12 years of tournament activity from 2010, my first overseas tournament to 2022, I did not cause any incidents/problems of any kind. If they are talking about the personal incident that happened to me in 2018, 4 years prior to their decision, I had already reached an agreement with Capcom esports team that I would not participate in Capcom Pro Tour 2018 and 2019, and that I would be able to come back after that. Therefore, I must say the decision they made in 2022 is difficult to understand. They did not give me any details as to exactly what were the checklists they have gone through in making their decision. The email was more of a notice without any explanation. So I sent emails and messages to ask them what was going on. They ignored me and did not answer any of my questions via email or Twitter. Shortly after that, June 4, 2022, a single statement was posted to Capcom Fighters Twitter. Infiltration is banned or will be banned from Capcom-owned, operated, and/or licensed events globally, including CPT and SFL, due to the COC violations until further notice. This meant that I am effectively banned from competing in any events for the rest of my life. This statement did not detail what terms I had violated either. For the reasons, I have been unable to participate in Street Fighter and Capcom fighting games for tournaments. I played and loved fighting games for over 30 years and consider the FGC to be my good friends. I want to get back into the scene. Fortunately, my love for fighting games has not changed over the past 2 years. I am still thrilled to watch professional players play great matches. I still rejoice in reconnecting with my fighting game friends and still love playing the game myself. Dear Capcom and the organizers of EVO tournaments that have banned me, as I mentioned, I have never caused a problem in any tournament. It has been 2 years since 2022, the year I was banned. I have not broken any code of conduct to this day, including in recent EVO Japan 2024. I would like you to revoke my ban from participating in fighting games. Finally, to the loving fighting game community, please spread the word. I ask for your support so that I can return. I will never be able to accomplish this on my own. I need your help. I hope to return to the competitive scene that I can have a chance to show you the countless exciting matches with everything I got. Thank you for always supporting me. Please work with me once again. Thank you very much for reading. And he basically tags everybody, right? Capcom Fighters, EVO, Combo Breaker, and the list goes on. And then this is the original post, obviously, that he's talking about, where it says Capcom is made aware of multiple code of conduct violations from Infiltration Infiltration. As a result, you know, they're banned. So I wonder what the multiple are. Like, we all know the infamous one, right? The one that he's referring to as far as the one against his wife. For lack of a better term, I believe it was like a domestic abuse charge, right? That was made very public. There's a lot of, how do I phrase this right? There's a lot of theories out there to where some people believe, they take the stance that like, okay, he did that, he's guilty, we need him gone. But a lot of people in the community are like, okay, for one, none of us were there. For two, they settled it in court. So if they did that, who are we to throw away the key on this man forever? You know what I'm saying? If he served his time there, if the court did his time, and since none of us really know the finer details, yes, ban him, but it shouldn't be for a lifetime. But like I said, on that other side, people are like, no, we got enough information that we need. We don't like him, he needs to be gone. Okay, the comments to this are super interesting because some are saying right here, like, will be better for everyone if you clear for us your personal incident and what the verdict of the law was. Infiltration says, I'm thinking of explanation, the personal thing that happened to me later to make it easier for everyone to understand. Thank you for your question. But below that, they say this post is going to be really hard for you because people are making these claims that's going to be your biggest hurdles. People are saying or convinced that the legal system in Korea found you guilty. English speakers, Koreans, and otherwise, can your lawyers help you with this, I guess, with this errand, right? And if you click on this particular tweet right here, it says Koreans can check this person's past trial history at the Korea Information System of Criminal Justice Service, KICS. I think this is why he is currently appealing his overseas users rather than his home country. Most Koreans would not support this man. Damn. But then I believe Infiltration actually responds to that saying, first of all, when I looked at the account, and then tagging somebody, this account didn't upload any posts. And the only thing this guy uploaded was Infiltration is asking for help from English speakers because it can't get help from Korea. And the things that have nothing to do with that, I uploaded today. So it's an account only made to attack me. I think it's okay to ignore it. Well, let's click on it real quick. Let's see. Yep. Literally, fuck. Literally, it is an account somebody just made up. There is literally no fucking post just to post that against Infiltration. Damn, that's pretty wild. But if you go even further, if we click on this one, some are like, he avoided the question. That's like 100% what a guilty man does. No yes or no from him, just attack the other person, suspect as fuck. And down here, like continuing on, you see people saying free Infiltration or the man deserves to play. Social media is incredibly powerful, and the list goes on. But even deeper, because that FGC continues to respond, I see Chris Tatarian say, I think the man has done his time to deserve a second chance at doing what he loves. Nobody should be punished for life. We're all sinners. I hope to see my friend competing again and showing the world his skills. Underneath it, I see some saying, oh man, this is a tough topic, or outside domestic violence and using racial slurs, the dude was caught rigging tournaments. But underneath that, some people are right here saying, he's not the only one, let's keep it 100, or yeah, people tend to forget that he schemed with friends to take money from young new players. And even beneath that, people are like, even if that were true, it contested, see the tweets below, we have never banned people for a life for bracket rigging or collusion on much higher scale tournaments. That's an online newbie tournament, and beneath that I see a lot of these are accusations. Then getting even deeper right here with Super Arcade saying this is absolute nonsense. They let pedophiles basically be the face or head of EVO for years, but won't allow, oh, can we stop right there? The man said they let a pedophile be the face of EVO for years. Obviously, he's talking about Mr. Wizard, right? That happened back in, what, 2020? Anyway, Super Arcade picks it up saying nonsense. They let the pedophile basically be the face of EVO for years, but won't allow someone to compete that hasn't been convicted of anything. You guys need to step up and fix this ASAP. And then tagging, I guess the Cannon Brothers and Mark Man, basically the heads of EVO. Then he continues on down here saying all the so-called big names were buddy-buddy with Infiltration, all need to be vocal. You guys know it's all BS as a group and have the power to help him. Stop being silent and do what's right. And others pretty much agreeing, say, yeah, he paid his dues, so stop everything. or done everything that was asked of him, all of it. What happened to him personally was legally has been handled and taken care of. He should absolutely be allowed to compete. The fact that people will say he beat his wife proves they don't know what happened. All right, so damn, can we check these damn buttons? This, like I told y'all earlier today, didn't I? I told you this was gonna be a hot one. So this is one of those things, right? Like you do see his name being brought up every now and then. Hell, he just did an interview with Chris Tatarian not too long ago. He's probably still one of the best players out there. I mean, you just don't lose that because he still actively plays. I don't know to what level and what tournaments over there, but yeah, we have that allegation that's been against him for a long time. And it's not going to go away as far as the two sides of the fence. You're always going to have people to be like, no, he's guilty. We know enough. And for somebody to do that to their spouse is bullshit. We need them gone. On the other side, like I said, the people are like, no, we don't know enough. And he served his time. He's been banned for years. He should be able to come back. Here's the thing. I don't know what, like the people that banned him as far as like EVO, the powers that be, I don't know if they know something we don't, because obviously they might have more connections. So I don't know, because they never released it, if they're just going off the same information that all of us got here, which some people were leaking, you know, like certain documents and whatnot. And there was a big uproar. There was a huge uproar. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I don't know if the powers that be have more information than us, or if they're just simply going off the uproar in the documents that they saw, you know, on Twitter. The reason why I go like this is because I don't know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if any of us really know what the fuck. Twitter, at the end of the day, is not the Supreme Court. We're not Law and Order. A lot of us treat it like that, but real talk, we're not. You know what I'm saying? So let me be real, because I'm always real. We got to check these buttons. I'm going to check my own damn buttons. Part of me does see both sides. I do think that who are we to judge and to cast somebody? You know what? You're never allowed to change. You're never allowed to do this, to do that, especially if it's another state and we don't understand their laws and if you serve their time. I don't like to be the type of person where I just throw away the key on somebody and feel like they can never change, especially if they serve their time. And there is a part of me that says, all right, if he serves his time over there and pleased the courts and all that, and none of us were there to see exactly what happened, then why not? Why can't he come back after years of being banned? Unless, of course, you're just trying to be self-righteous or virtue signal on Twitter, like, no, all of us are perfect, we never do anything, like, no, he's banned forever, which obviously that attitude is bullshit. But hold on, before you stone my ass, that other side of the fence, I do see where people are like, okay, we have enough information. Some of us were able to look up and see, no, he was found guilty over there, and if you do that to your spouse, that is bullshit. We don't need domestic violence or anything like that. Whatever the case was, right? We don't need somebody like that in the community, because at the end of the day, that's straight up bullshit. And I agree with that, okay? But I think the problem is, here's the disconnect. There's literally nobody in the FGC that is saying domestic violence is okay. There is nobody saying that. There's nobody saying it's okay to hit your wife or hit your husband or anything like that. Fucking nobody is agreeing with that. Everybody, from what I can tell, thinks it's a horrible ass crime and you should definitely get handled and get punished, arrested, all that stuff, right? The disconnect is, I think when you have the two camps here, the one side saying let him back and the one side saying no, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? I think these guys over here, the ones that are like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? I think they think they're saying that. You know what I'm saying? I think they're like, how could you guys want him back? You guys are okay with this? This is bullshit. What I think the disconnect is nobody's saying that. Both camps are not saying that. This camp is simply saying, no, we think that, like I was saying earlier, none of us were there. He served his time. He satisfied the courts and he was banned. So if none of us truly were there and people are allowed to change, let's let him back. I think that's all what this side is saying. I don't think anybody is saying that's okay. I just think there's two different perspectives on what banning really means versus crimes and convictions and allowing people to change. I think that's a more hot topic between the two camps. So like I said, I'd be very interested to know if the powers that be know anything, because I only know what we reported here, which is basically what was reported on Twitter. But I also know a lot of people think Twitter is fucking real. I think I should stop the video on that note. Can I say that again? Can I say that one more time? Unfortunately, the FGC, a lot of FGC thinks Twitter is a real place, and it is not. Meaning, let me back it up. Meaning that if the TOs, and the powers that be, if they see a few hundred people going fucking crazy, they will actually have the tendency to think, oh shit, this is real. Obviously, look, there's hundreds of people tagging each other. This must be the way the FGC as a whole feels. Bad. Take action. But in reality, and I've said this in so many other videos, go with that same topic and go to YouTube, go to Reddit, go somewhere else, and you'll see the complete opposite from the same amount of people, if not more, saying, no, we don't agree with this. But unfortunately, because the FGC lives on Twitter, we'll take Twitter as the end-all consensus, right? We'll be like, no, the majority on Twitter said this, so obviously it's how the FGC feels. And that's what I'm saying. I hate that. I hate that about the FGC. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. There's so many things I love about the FGC, and there's so many things I love about FGC Twitter. Obviously, Button Check has so much information from FGC Twitter. What I'm trying to say is, though, I think the fact that people will take Twitter as the end-all be-all is straight up bullshit. Now, this is the last thing I'll say about that. As far as the infiltration case, I don't know if it fits in the category in the picture that I just painted. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So there could be more information there. There could be something that I don't know, that we don't know. And if there is, then yes, I agree. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to make that decision. It's a tricky spot. It really is, because on one hand, you want to ban people that are fucking toxic and criminals and stuff like that. They don't need to be around us. But on the other hand, you do want to allow growth and change. And I don't know where that lies. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to be that judge. I would hate to be that one to be like, I'm in charge of your future and your livelihood. Because let's be real, this is all Infiltration does, you know, and he was one of the best of the world at it. So if he can't do it anymore, I mean, that's just fucking nail in the coffin. So once again, it's a hard, tough decision. I can see both sides. If there is more information that I don't know, because like I said one more time, I haven't seen everything, that I can totally see why the powers that be made their decision. But if not, if they're just going off of Twitter, then yeah, I believe they need to recalculate some shit and update their decision, or at least update their stance, and make another announcement. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. This is a hot topic. It can go either way. I'm interested though. I'm interested because I do believe there were some points. There's a lot of people that would low-key talk to Infiltration on the side, but they will never say anything publicly just because they have a name and a brand and sponsors, and they don't want to risk that shit. It's nothing new. We've seen people protect their brand, and I get it. I completely get it. They have families to feed and stuff like that, so I get it. You know, but I'll be interested to know or to see if anybody comes out and speaks and says, yeah, we need an updated verdict on this, or we should let him back. I'll be real interested to see who actually comes forward. There it is one more time. Thank you guys for the amazing love. It is HT, but we already celebrated HT in today's earlier version. Check that out if you guys can. And yeah, as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
I feel the TOs and who has power and money, very famous in US FGC, they afraid me. They afraid me. Because imagine guys, if Infiltration is nothing, he just got 0-2 in a pool, he always losing, he always lost very fast in the tournament, they doesn't care about myself. But Infiltration has possibility to winning. So they afraid me. So, and this is fact. So that makes me, I am very strong. So I'm very confident. I'm innocent. So I don't care about that. I'm still love the FGC who playing fighting games, not fake FGC.